And welcome everyone. We are back here at the Houston Center. We have the Seattle game where we just lost to Seattle 38-12. The only person that was actually scoring anything on the entire field was the kicker. So just a terrible offensive game and defensive game. They gave up a whole bunch of running yards. So we'll just see what the stats look like here. We just pretty much got blown out the water all the way around. As you can see, everything was on his side. We couldn't get anything going. I went on ahead and let Davis Mills start in the game late, and he actually was the only thing that was moving the ball. I think if we would have left it in Watson's hands, it probably would have been just 3 points. So I decided to go ahead. I think for the rest of the season, go ahead and let him start because, like I said, I know I was going to have to rebuild this franchise. So what better way to go ahead and start doing it now? Go ahead and let the younger players get in, get some reps in, try to get some XP for them. Because like I said, the season's pretty much done. We hadn't even won a game. So at this point, it doesn't hurt to try something new. But on the offensive yards, he had 467 to my 245. Rushing 249 to 62. Passing was 218 to 183. First downs was 23 to 12. Punt yards was 3 to 0. Kick returns was 16-0. Total yards 486 to 245. He turned over the ball 3 times. I turned it over 2. Third down conversions 5 for both. Fourth down conversion was 1. Red zone percentage was 100%. He had 3 red zone touchdowns, 1 red zone field goal. I had 2 red zone field goals. And time possession was 36 minutes to 23 minutes. So, yeah, like I said, it was just a one-sided game. We already knew that coming in. The guys, I think if he hasn't lost a game, I think he's only lost like 1 or 2 games. So we knew we was gonna get clobbered, but just thought we would at least get some scores in. This is the first time, I believe, the first time all season we haven't had any type of touchdowns. So we had a rating for Mills. He had a rating of 60, 171, 1 INT, and his completion percentage was 56%, 25 out of 14. So I got a feeling it might go up next week once we actually start getting them in. As you can see, it wasn't going too well for Mr. Watson. He had 9 attempts and he only completed 3. So it was a doom game. He had 1 INT. So yeah, it was a doom game for him. It would have kept him in. So it's time to go ahead and start growing. I'm not saying that Mills will be the full go-to guy right now. I'll say he's gonna start, maybe see what develops over preseason. Still gonna try to keep Watson on the roster. He's underneath a 6-year contract, so yeah. So we got a lot of cap room to play with. Maybe the draft will be nice to us, and we can get some quality players. No, definitely we're gonna be looking at linemen and some maybe a defensive back and maybe power back maybe later on down off in the later rounds, because we are getting rid of Mark Ingram and David Johnson. We went on ahead and re-signed Philip Lindsay, so he'll be joining us back. So, like I said, it all depends on how the season goes. We gotta get the Mills ratings up a little bit. So we have right on the rushing, we had Philip Lindsay. He had 10 attempts for 41 yards. He was just getting stopped. He could only just get a little bit at a time. Ingram, he had 5 attempts for 16. Johnson, he had 3 attempts for 6. And Watson, he had 1 attempt for 1 yard. So he kept us on lock. As you can see, wide receivers, they had a hard time today. Cooks, he had 3 receptions for 55 yards. Akins, he had 3 receptions for 54. Jordan, he had 5 receptions for 41. Lindsey had 1 reception for 20. Nico Collins, he had 2 receptions for 19. Sims had 1 reception for 14. Collins had 1 reception for 8. And Ingram had 1 reception for 2. So, like I said, we'll see how it all works out next week. Maybe these guys will go ahead and make something happen for us. Over in Seattle, you had Russell Wilson with a 97 quarterback rating, 230 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 INTs, 2 sacks. Completion percentage was 77%. He was 14 out of 18. So he was moving the ball and taking care of the ball while we were just trying to find anything that was open. Rushing yards, he just killed it on the ground. He had Rashad Penny, 14, 118 yards. Carson, 15 attempts for 103 yards. Penny had 1 touchdown. Carson had 2 touchdowns. Wilson had 2 attempts for 15 yards and 1 touchdown. And DJ Dallas had 7 attempts for 14. So that was the big kicker right there. That really done us in. He was just running through our line. He always does. We're just gonna have to get better defensive linemen. I'm hoping something might happen in free agency. That way we can get some bigger guys up there, because we got to get some bigger guys to close up that middle, man. I mean, if we don't close up that middle, it makes it a long day just like this. I mean, we just didn't have the size, and we were just getting pushed around. And it was like that on the opposite side of the ball. When we was on offense, didn't have the size, pretty much didn't have the speed, had the size, just didn't have the speed to get to those linebackers to open up some holes for us. So we have Tyler Lockett. He had 4 receptions for 75 yards, 1 touchdown. Gerald Everett, he had 3 receptions for 55 yards. Disley, he had 2 receptions for 35. Carson, he had 2 receptions for 28. Bellor, he had 1 reception for 26. Metcalf had 1 reception for 13. So he didn't pass that much, but he did. It was just that every pass that he made sure it was on the money, going to the person it needed to be, and it was wide open. So it was just pretty much blowing it all the way around. Defensive wise, Bobby Wagner, he had 8 solo tackles, 3 assists, total of 11. Brooks, he was 3 for 3 with 2 tackles for loss. You had Jamal Adams, he had 4 solo tackles, 1 assist for a total of 5, 1 INT. Quadre Diggs, he had 4 tackles, 1 tackle for a loss. Amandi, he had 2 solo tackles, 1 assist tackle for a total of 3. Sidney Jones, he had 3 solo tackles. Trey Flowers was 1 for 1, gave him 2. Ford 1 for 1, gave him 2. Taylor 1 for 1, gave him 2. Dunlap got 2 solo. Woods was 1 for 1. Barton 1 assist. Reed 1 for 1 tackle, and that was pretty much it. So, like I said, when you got stuff like that going on, fast linebackers, you can kill us like that. You can kill us. We'll take a look at our defense, because I forgot about it. Reed, he had 4 solo tackles, 5 assists for a total of 9. Because it was all getting to the running back. I mean, boy, like I said, we got to figure out what we're going to do with this team, man. We cannot go winless next season. Hopefully we can break and snag us one for confidence. But I don't know. I don't know. So we got Johnson. He had 6 solo tackles, 7 total, 1 assist, had 1 INT. King, he had 3 solo tackles and 4 assists. Wilcox, he had 4 solo tackles, 3 assists for a total 7. He stepped up today. Kirksey, he had 4 solo tackles, 2 assists for a total of 6. He had 2 INTs. And that right there, we'll have to see how he digresses. If it's not too much, we might go ahead and give this guy another shot. Might give him another year contract. I mean, he is a 7th-year player. If it's cheap and decent second-string talent to keep him, we may. Malik Collins, he had 3 solo tackles, 2 assists for a total 5. Wallow, he had 4 solo tackles, 1 assist for a total 5. Minihue, he had 2 assists, 1 solo for a total 3. And he also had 1 sack. Greenert, he was 1 for 1 and 1 sack. Smith was 2 solos. Moreland was 1 for 1. Merciless 1. Cunningham 1. Jacobs 1. So yeah, like I said, we're gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do. We gotta get some big boys up there in the front. Just gotta do something with that front line. I mean, it doesn't make sense for our free safety to get wore out with all these tackles and couldn't defend the pass because he was running so much and we couldn't stop the run. As soon as he gave him the ball, he was pretty much big, wide open gaps you could drive a truck through, man. It just didn't make sense. So, like I said, we're just gonna keep on mashing, man. Try again next week. We have the Jags, and then we'll go to we have the Jags, then we'll go to San Diego, and then we'll have San Francisco last. So we'll finish up strong as always. Hopefully it'll be better for us, and maybe we'll at least get something, 1 win or something, you know, because this is starting to get ridiculous. But I can rant and rave about this all day. So go ahead and let y'all people go. Y'all take care. Y'all have a good rest of y'all Friday, man. Y'all be safe. People going to the football games. Hope y'all make it to playoffs and whatnot. I know this is the last one we have in Texas. So, you know, I love Texas football, high school football especially. So, you know, y'all just take it easy and keep on playing the game. All for the love. So this is your boy Yo Burner. We're out of here. Like I said, you can catch us on Twitch at QuarterMob25. If you want to catch the live stream games, if you also want to, you can pretty much search SPA and see some of the other different league games from other teams around the league. So like I said, we out of here. Y'all take it easy. Y'all be safe, and y'all have a good day. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe.
Not this year, but not that time.
Let's see what he up to.
Right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Carson.
I guess the wrong side. It's a good one.
A little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now Rashad Penny.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the gun, here's Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks.
There we go, Cook. Get you some.
Watson now to throw. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And he fires it. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to have it here.
Didn't have to. Oh my goodness, the linebacker leaving me set up. I had to take the man deep.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
What?
Out of the backfield. And they are able to stop him, but
oh my goodness, nobody.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Carson.
Why did you? Come on now. Yeah, we're going to figure out something. Because we are in trouble. Big trouble.
Run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Watson. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll be taken down.
We'll take that. Oh, come on. How do you run into the run? How do you run into the lineman? That's crazy.
Took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
That is crazy. How do you run into the lineman?
And the deficit drops now from 21.
Defenses have put some big points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown.
Get him, D.
Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got
Do y'all want to come back?
the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
I think we can.
The pick up there, it'll be 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson. Shakes off the sag.
There we go.
He's going to go down as here's Wilson.
Oh, why he didn't play underneath?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Carson the 1st down and more.
Oh my goodness, this guy.
The ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A handoff to Penny. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 20. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 14.
No, good one.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Hey, couldn't stop that guy. What's the deal with my...
Pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys.
All right, let's set it up. He's going to that outside number 1.
From the gun on 3rd down.
Shit.
It's complete to Lockett.
Can't hold the whole field. I can't.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half, Mills. He's got Akins, the tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as attack is going to be made at the second half.
Yeah. Maybe they'll give us some.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Another run by Lindsey.
Ooh, he hit him hard.
No, bottled up fumble. It's out.
Oh, man, come on.
So it'll be a loss on the play. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very important.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they
There we go. There we go.
Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really
Play
enjoyed
underneath.
watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Yep, just stay still.
Almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time.
Yeah, the kicker at least getting.
That'll bring up 4th down. The kick by Fairbairn is good. Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They stay on the ground. Again, it's
we couldn't get in there. That was a good shot.
Since here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. From the gun, it's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Lonnie Johnson picks it.
There we go, Lonnie.
Giving, right? It is a season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they'll wind up getting this.
Good job.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Carlos Dunlap. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The kick by Fairbairn is good. They deal with a 2nd and 6. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. Flush to his right. And smartly going into the slide there with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now.
There we go.
Running room scarce here.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or take.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do something.
Probably get away from him.
Wilson. Escaping the press. And he is.
Oh, he couldn't get it. He was trying to strip.
On the boxing gloves, start to try and pound him into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is under a heavy rush.
There we go.